Hey everybody, good to see you. I'm here to talk to you guys today about a great option for a TESOL course from the International Open Academy, and I'm so excited to tell you guys about it. The main thing I want you to know is that I've taken the course myself, and I'm going to go over comparing my experience with my education degree and my ESL endorsement, which I got through through a university. So comparing that with the International Open Academy and why this course would be a good option for you. So now I'm just going to show you guys some of the modules in the course and then we'll go into the details, and that's it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next clip. Let's get started now. So what's in the course at the International Open Academy online TESOL certification? So in the syllabus, there is teaching and learning, linguistics, reading, writing, speaking, listening, pedagogy, lesson planning, classroom management, and then getting a job. So to give you guys more details about the course, I want to just touch on comparing this course to my experience with my master's in education and with my endorsement for teaching ESL. So my master's in education was focused in secondary education, which just means like high school level. And then my ESL certification or endorsement was 18 credit hours. Some of the classes were like culture, reading, engaging ESL students, the strategies for teaching ESL students, lesson planning, like all of those different aspects. So comparing it to the TESOL at the International Open Academy, I thought the great thing about this is that this doesn't just touch on teaching ESL. It touches on general classroom management. It touches on the different theories of education, such as positive reinforcement by Skinner, and it touches on Marzano. So, and then it touches on, I just have to look at my notes, Bloom's taxonomy, so remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So that's kind of the different skill levels that students can do. And then it also talks about Howard Gardner, so different types of learners, visual, verbal, and those kind of things. So it goes into some of those theories, and it's a very brief touching on those things, but I liked that it was brief because once you know part of that, it does really help you as a teacher. So it's not just touching on those ESL things, but it does go into ESL in terms of like the 4 language domains and linguistics. So the language domains: reading, writing, speaking, and listening, as you guys saw when I was going over the different modules. So when you talk about reading, how do you teach it? How do you get kids motivated? How do you do listening activities? And what do you do to get students to speak? Why are some students reluctant to speak? It goes over those different types of situations, and that's really useful as well. And then it talks about, with linguistics, it talks about like syntax and the different parts of linguistics. So if you don't know about that, don't freak out. It's just a brief overview, and then how it all works is you're going to read the information and then you're going to do multiple choice. So the nice thing is that if you have 2 tabs open, I don't know if I should be sharing this or not, but if you have 2 tabs open, you can see both at the same time. So you can look at the reading and you can take the quiz. But of course, you can also take notes and then take the quiz. So the quizzes, I think, are about like 10 to 15 questions after each module, and then you just click save and continue, and you can come back and forth to the test as you wish. You don't have to do it all in one sitting. It took me about like 10 to 15 minutes, not 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 hours to complete the whole certificate, and it's 120. it's called like the 120-hour TESOL, which is, I think, one of the highest ones you can get, if not the highest certification for TESOL or TEFL. So just know that you can finish it in a day if you really want to, but I split mine up into like four or 5 days or something, and I spaced it out into different weeks. Like I didn't do it all in 1 week. I think I did it over 2 to 3 weeks. So space it out as you want to. You're going to learn general information, but you're also going to learn more specific information for grammar and teaching ESL students. It is related a lot to brick and mortar, and I think that that's the general area that they cover for all TESOL, TEFL courses. Like, I haven't seen any TESOL or TEFL courses that talk about teaching ESL online yet. And obviously our industry is fairly new, so it kind of makes sense, like they're still catching up, but I think eventually they're gonna have to add something about the differences, like teaching online versus in person, because right now it's pretty much all geared towards people who are teaching in person. But that doesn't mean you don't get anything out of it. You still can apply a lot of what they talk about into an online situation, environment. And what else was I going to tell you guys? Okay, so I feel like touching again upon, getting my master's and having an ESL degree or endorsement, I really liked the fact that it was touching on some of those things that I had learned. It's a great review for grammar. If you guys feel like you're a little bit nervous about teaching grammar to students, this will be a great review for you. And some of the ESL strategies that they talked about were the reluctance to read or the reluctance to speak, and how to motivate students, and how some like cultural aspects play into it. I think that the extra pieces that I learned in my own ESL endorsement were digging deeper into culture, digging deeper into lesson planning, where we actually had to like write a lesson plan, and the strategies, like ESL strategies, they dig a lot. Like when I was in my endorsement, not the TESOL, I was learning like TPR, modeling. What else do we learn? Like very specific strategies, like the closed reading and sentence frames and sentence starters. They do talk some about those strategies in the TESOL. But if you get an endorsement from your state or university, you're going to get like way more specific. But I know like most people who are going into ESL right now, whether they're doing it online or they're going abroad, they don't want to get an you guys don't want to get an ESL endorsement from a university. You want to take an online course. The vast majority, I think, what people want to do. So this is a great option. I would say that this International Open Academy option specifically, it's a great deal. It's a great bang for your buck. When you get it from me, you're getting it for $19, and it's like that's $100 discount. So, like why wouldn't you take it? It's a great deal, easy to finish, easy to comprehend. One little plug I want to give you guys. And you could skip this part if you don't want to hear this plug, but the part that I feel, or the piece that I feel that's missing for these TESOL and TEFL classes, is having a mentor and having someone help you practice these strategies, and digging a little bit deeper into specific areas, like I was telling you guys, whether it's culture or TPR, whatever it may be. So I'm going to be working on a course for you guys. I'm really, really excited about it. I don't know what my launch date is going to be yet. I'm still in the beginning stages. So if you're interested in something like this, get the link in my description box. It is the guidebook for online ESL teaching, how I doubled my income, how I recruit, how I use strategies, and understand how teaching online works. So there's a great tips in there. Whether or not you want the course, there's a lot of information in there that you can use. But yeah, stay tuned if you're interested in that. And there's one more thing I was going to tell you guys. I can't remember what it is, but I'm sure I'll come back and do another video later. So anyways, I remember the blog. So I do have a blog post for you guys related to TESOL TEFL certification. So if you want to look at more details about the International Open Academy course, you can check out the blog so you can see more about what's in each module, because I did take it myself, if you didn't gather that already. So go check that out at my blog, link in the description. And of course, if you're ready to purchase it now, the link will be in the description as well for the for this course specifically. So 3 different links: the blog, this course, and if you want my guidebook. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you have a good day, evening, whenever you're watching this. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys.